Hey guys, what is going on? This is going to be our first map guiding Vanguard this year, and we are taking a look at the newly added 24/7 playlist, which is of course Dust House. Dust House, if you are wondering or haven't played it yet, is basically like this game's Shoot House, this game's Nuketown. Like, this is one of those maps that is just close range action, just so much fun all the time, and they worked that out pretty quickly by adding a 24/7 Dust House playlist. But as I was saying before, this is going to be your map guide, and as we normally start off with these things, we're going to take a look at the flags here first. We do have the C flag, which is in this particular building here again. The good thing about Dust House here is this actually isn't going to be that long. Compared to some of the other maps in this game, this actually is not that complicated, so we don't actually have to make like a 25-minute map guide on this thing because it's actually pretty simple. Again, the B flag in this middle particular building here, which is actually quite a nice little room. There's a little upstairsy bit, of course, with that bit there, and the A flag is in this side. This is the event room again coming from there, and there is a big main hallway that you can see all the way through there again. So starting off here with what is probably the most important line of sight in this entire map is basically this one near the Oval Office-y area here. If we can see this, we basically can see the entirety of this line. Like, if somebody is on this bit and you can just pre-fire them, that is what I recommend you do all the time. If you do have information that there is somebody at the end of this hallway, you are better off just going like that and pre-firing them rather than just sort of peeking out and then shooting them, because I mean, people sit here all the time because this is a super common line of sight. Particularly on those faster paced game modes where there isn't just 6 players on the enemy team, there's like 8 or 9 or 10. Like, Blitz gets crazy on this map, it is absolutely insane. So again, you want to be pre-firing down this hallway as much as possible because there is pretty much always going to be an enemy at the end of it. And just trust me, just pre-fire down that hallway and you're more likely to get kills, especially with the very high TTK in this game, like super fast. If you just end up pre-firing down that hallway, you might not even get a kill, but sometimes you might just snag like an easy one and get an easy kill, which is very goofy. And the same works from the other way as well. Again, people do like to sit all the way back there. They'll likely sit on that back side of that box there and just shoot down this hallway. So again, pre-fire down this hallway. It is very important. This is a major part of the map. Lots of people here. Just shoot down this hallway. You'll get lots of kills. Another thing about the maps in Vanguard that I have noticed is that they actually are quite complicated now. Also, the good thing about Dust House is that it's actually not that complicated. Like, basically, you can just sort of sit in positions here, and eventually all the destructible stuff in this map will just be blown up. Like, when it gets going on Blitz, and when there's lots of people on this map, the destructible environments will not last long. Like, this is going to be broken almost immediately, man. Like, people love coming through these areas, and they just whack all this stuff, and they'll get grenades, and everything will be blown up. So there's not too many complicated lines of sight that you can use. But for the most part, if you do a little punch hole, you shoot a little gap through this door, find the right spot, you actually can get a nice little line of sight towards the B flag and that little piano area back there. Can't actually shoot through the crossbeam, which is actually the right height, but you can sort of pick off that area there and then just wait for people to walk into you, and you'll get a nice easy kill towards the B flag. Again, from this particular spot here, of course, you can see the middle entrance of that building there, which is, I believe, the Oval Office area. A lot of people do sit in this walkway and sort of use this as a thoroughfare to either get towards the A flag or towards the C flag. And again, as I said, there's that long corridor that runs on that side of the map, so just keep that in mind. A lot of people do use this to get out of the way, and a lot of people will use this area as just a nice safe space to just chill, reload, and other things. So again, just keep an eye out on this spot here. A lot of people do run out of this hallway. And again, this is another one of those areas where you can just give it the old whackaroo and then run through here. Another line of sight on this particular area here is through this tire. As you can see, as we talked about, people love sitting in this area here all the way back down to there. So if you are sitting here, you can use this tire to your advantage and just wait for people, and you can maybe take a shot at that guy there. Come on. Yeah, take a shot at that guy there, get him in the dome. But again, oh my god, we absolutely monstered that door. Yeah, again, if you are breaking all the doors and stuff like that, you can see, even if you sit on this tire, you're going to get a decent amount of line of sight there. You've got a decent shot on somebody who is walking up to this door and being like, hey, those are closed. You can usually get a nice kill on people there as well. This is another area of the map. This is basically coming off the mid lane as well. In this area, again, this is another area where you can basically just chill, reload. You can have a second with your thoughts and just take a second to reload and then just pick somebody off who is, again, walking towards the middle area of that particular part. They usually like to sit in that doorway there, as well as sort of some cover on that door arch there. They like to sit in this area because they do also like shooting down the mid lane. But again, you can sneak up on these tires here and move in this area here, get a nice aim at the stairs, and then of course that spot there that we spoke about earlier, and then the left hand side of this particular doorway, which, as I said, people love shooting down the middle hallway just because it is very easy to get easy kills. And then there is a little bit of a line of sight through that there. If you can see somebody coming out of the doorway, you can sometimes get a nice shot on them there, but again, you are very exposed from there, and then the main doorway. But again, a nice easy shot on somebody who is... Okay, there's nobody in the middle. you can usually peek out a little wider and then take out somebody who is coming from that door there. So keep that in mind. It's not the same experience on this side of the map, as of course you cannot see all the way through this long line of sight. If you could, this map would literally just be 3 corridors and people would walk up them and just spray down them, like pre-fire them all the time. So it is nice that there's a little bit of variety. You get your long corridor for your sniping and stuff like that, and then you get your short close range stuff. An interesting spot about this is though that you can actually cook grenades and bounce them off that wall, assuming you aren't using a gammon bomb like I am here. Essentially, all you have to do is bounce them off this area of wall and they will land in here, because people do sprint out here and they will sit here just because there is a nice little bit of cover from that side. But you can see towards that wall there, the stairway, and of course that side there as well. So yeah, again, if you are coming from this side though, again, bounce a grenade off that wall there, that area there, and it will basically land in this area here, which, as I said, on the other side, a lot of people do just sit here and wait for people to come out into there. You got the line of sight onto that door that we spoke about before. The reverse angle of this is that. So if you see somebody maybe flash past, or they're trying to use this sneaky little doorway as a little bit of cover, make sure you spray at the door and shoot it out, so you might get a nice easy kill on them. But again, a really important part of this map is basically just bouncing grenades off that area there, and on the reverse angle, of course, chucking a grenade at about there as well will probably net you a kill, especially on those larger game modes where there is about 10 people on the map or 20 people on the map at the same time, because people love to congregate in this area near the B flag. Nice amount of cover there. You feel pretty safe when you're in this area, despite not actually being safe, so just keep that in mind. Again, you're going to get a nice amount of grenade kills if you just sort of chuck them at this area here and this area here and make them land here. You can actually use the piano as a little bit of cover here towards that doorway there. One of the most popular lines of sight that I usually get a lot of my kills on is towards that doorway there. A lot of people will come out of this doorway, and you should aim towards that doorway there, because that is a very, very common spot. As we spoke about earlier, the cross lines of sight on this map are particularly important because this map's not very big and there's a lot of gunfire all the time. So people come out of this doorway, and as I said, they will shoot towards that way. So if you are coming out of that doorway, make sure you aim this spot here, because there's a lot of action usually. They might sit here and then push up. They might just be here, and you're very, very easy to get a kill from that doorway there on this spot here. Now, I'm sure you've experienced it by now, but the spawns in this map are kinda iffy. Like, they're kind of a bit screwy sometimes. Like, you can actually just get spawn trapped ridiculously fast. Like, you'll spawn back here, and you'll be minding your own business, and you'll spawn into somebody who is, like, sitting there. Or you'll be sort of in this area back there, and somebody will just be, like, tearing through this area. So, on the spawns, you're probably going to die some of the time. Like, that is just what it is. This map's not very big, and the spawns are kind of janky because it's just a very small map, and there's not really much that they can do with it. Same applies to the other side. If you do take a look at the other end, I'm sure this has happened to you already, but if you spawn back here, like, this is literally your only option to go this way. So, if anybody is standing, say, in this area here, or they're looking towards that spawn there, like, you're probably going to die. So, again, get your gun out, just be aiming, get ready for a gunfight as soon as you try and leave this area, because somebody will probably be standing there, somebody will probably be standing over there, and somebody will probably, again, standing there from that angle, because there's not too many ways out of this spawn, and you can get spawn trapped very easily on this map. Same for the other side as well. You can see the spawn door back there. This is a little bit less sort of in cover. You will die if you are trying to hold the spawn trap here, just because there is that little bit of cover there that they can hide behind. So if you do pick out at this side, you're probably going to die as well. So it's a little bit riskier, but again, it's still a nice way to control the spawns. Again, this is another area where it's literally your only option is to go through the doorway. So people can just sit over there and just pre-aim this. But again, you do have a little bit more cover. If you get nice and close to this wall, you can usually take somebody out there, and then sort of come around to this corner here and clear off this area and try and get your spawn back, because it's very easy to get spawn trapped on this map, as I said. Again, more ties that you can sort of sit through. Again, this is a very symmetrical map, which is actually quite nice. Again, you can see that doorway back there, but again, you are exposed from there, and I guess behind you as well, this little doorway here as well. But again, nice little line of sight you can get on people. You just, like, fire some shots at people. Again, in this game, if you do think you see some movement, just fire some shots, man. The TTK in this game is so high with some of these attachments on these guns, man, that if you just fire some bullets at somebody, or where you think an enemy might be, you're probably going to get some kills, especially if you got a silencer in your gun. I mean, there's no real penalty to firing some bullets in this game if you got a silencer or you got that subsonic ammo, so just light them up, man. You might end up getting a couple of free easy kills if you just fire some bullets that you weren't thinking about doing. A spot that I like to hide in sometimes is this area here. You get the mannequin out of the way, and basically you can just sit in this corner here. A lot of the time, people, when they do run into this room, they will, for example, spawn back here, and they'll just go la 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 and sprint towards the B flag. And if you're sitting in this nasty spot here sometimes, you'll just be able to get a nice easy kill on them. I've gotten like a 3 or 4 piece sometimes, literally just by having people walk straight past me. You spray the first guy, or you don't even spray the first guy down. You wait until they all sort of run through, you spray a couple of them down, and when the others are in the B flag, like catching some gunfire, you just basically walk up behind them and spray them down. This is particularly effective with a shotgun as well, because if somebody walks into here and you're just sitting here with a shotgun, they are going to die. So just keep this spot in mind. If you are running out here, don't just sort of sprint towards the B flag. Maybe check these corners as well, because there's probably going to be somebody sitting here now. Again, a similar spot on the other side, but it's kind of less effective, is sort of this area here. Again, there's a lot of action that comes down this hallway, so it's not really very likely that you're going to be able to sit in this for too much time without getting shot. But again, if you are sitting in this area here, you might also be visible depending on how long your gun is. But if you've got a shortish gun, you can sort of sit here and wait for people to run out. This isn't going to be super effective lots of times. You might get away with this once or twice per game. Get a nice easy kill and then move into the spawn and try and get them on the trap there as they do walk out of that spawn there. And a similar one on the other side as well. As you can see, this is another spot where you can just sort of wait for people. The mannequin's in a little bit of a different spot. This hallway's slightly smaller than the other one. So again, if somebody is sort of sprinting through here when they do this, they usually go like this. So they'll be like, la, 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 minding their own business, sprint, 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 sprint. They won't even think about sort of looking in this corner here. So again, a nice easy corner to sit in and just wait for get a couple of kills. Again, similar to the other side, you can't really do this too much because they will start checking here as they do run out. But if they do start checking there, you can just sort of switch it up a bit and wait and say this corner here. And again, they will literally just go like this and sprint out into here because there's a lot of action on this map. People get distracted and they'll just be like, oh, where's all the gunfight happening? And then you'll just kill them when they walk out of this doorway. Again, a similar spot where you can do this is basically this spot here. If people do sprint out into this area, they're absentmindedly, they're just like, oh yeah, where's the gunfight at? They walk into you if you're sitting in this hallway here, just waiting for them to peek out. This is a very common spot to get a lot of kills in this area here from this stairway. But as I was saying, guys, this map, thankfully, is not too complicated. Otherwise, we would have had to make this like map guides like 25 minutes per video because some of the maps in this game are super big, super complicated, but they are a lot of fun. But again, thank you very much for watching this one. If this did help you out at all, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on because we are going to be making map guides all year, especially with the new DLC maps. That's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully this did help you out. Make sure you hit that like button as well because that really does help get these videos to as many eyes as possible, which is super, super important to cut through the YouTube algorithm these days. And again, hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye!